We welded in new rockers. This section was really clean, so I didn't feel like cutting all that out of there. Put in a new cab corner. And you see where we spliced it in. Across here, I'll still have to put a couple spot welds because they are spot welded throughout here. Floor's pretty solid. This right here was pretty crusty on that little valley there, which we were getting ready to send this out and have it sandblasted. So I'll have all that blasted, clean it all up. You gotta love the old way of putting speakers in the doors. Bottom of the door's pretty solid, with the exception of that there, but that's pretty thin, flaky. It's not real bad. So hopefully with sandblasting, we'll get that lip cleaned up. A little bit of a spot right there starting. The outside is really clean. I'll probably have the bottom 8 to 10 inches right here sandblasted, just to make sure that that's all clean. We'll sandblast the bottom of the cab. Probably go part way up the firewall up into that seam right there. I tell you, putting it on this lift really helped with putting these rockers in. This one, same thing, just all the way back to here. That was pretty solid right here. Cab corner. Same thing, got a spotted in here. It's not a big deal though. This lip here is actually pretty solid. Not sure why the other side wasn't. But that kick panel will need to be patched up. Again, another 6.5 inch speaker in the door. And the bottom of this one, we will be putting a bottom in it. This is just all ate up right through here. So we'll get that sandblasted. This truck was really clean. You see where we did the backing plate in here on this side. Pretty solid up in the corners. We only had to patch just a small spot over here. Same thing, just so you can see how clean it looks. Worse, but that is super solid. Pretty clean up in there. Not sure how much of that I'll show without turning the light on, which I don't think I can do that with the camera running. So anyways, pretty clean. Cab mounts are all super solid. Just a lot of scaly rust which will come off. You see the grease from the transmission. Like I say, the whole bottom will be sandblasted. We'll be headed there shortly. And then the plan will be to edge prime it and then spray it with Raptor liner. Not quite sure what color we're going to paint it yet. But this cab come off a 91 3500 two-wheel drive cab and chassis truck. Had a big block in it, and that is all fuel injection wiring. It's still in pretty decent shape. So I'll have to eventually fill this hole after we get it blasted. Had Hydro Boost, of course, and it did have a hydraulic clutch on it, which is good because the 77 truck that we're putting together has the old mechanical linkage, so the hydraulic clutch will be very welcomed. I do have an NV4500 5-speed transmission for it with a PTO access on the side of it, so I'll be able to bolt my PTO up to it in the future when I decide which engine we're going to stick in it. But there's a Suburban console, and then I will be putting bucket seats in this truck. Not like it's going to be a show truck, but just be nice to have the amenities of cup holders and bucket seats. So I'll show you some more once you get the cab lowered.